Good morning, guys. Today is going to be a good day, and I can tell you for sure because it's 55 degrees. So this is the first day in a while that I haven't been forced to wear a jacket. Shout out to my Illinois family who has called to tell me how much of a sissy I am, and I need to quit complaining about how cold it is because it's colder up there. Well, to me that sounds like you guys made a personal decision to live in a tundra, and I made a personal decision to live in the South where it's not supposed to be cold. So anyways, appreciate y'all watching. Love you guys. We got a pretty busy day today. It's Friday. We've got 3 different sales appointments. We've got to swing by the project that we were doing the foundations and the footings at the day before yesterday, but it's just been non-stop raining. It's muddy and wet everywhere. You may be able to see a little bit in the background. It's quite foggy this morning, but we need to go swing by that job, kind of get a feel for things, see how the guys are progressing, and then we also need to swing by a landscape project that we did a few weeks ago because they want to add another planting bed along the fence line. They don't like looking at the fence and want to add shrubbery and plants and stuff along there, so just want to get a feel for quantities and the types of plants I want to use. I do that just so that when they're ready for me to go actually install that work, I literally just have a list of exactly what I already know I want to do. I'll go to the job, I'll take a video explaining to myself exactly what I'm thinking I'm going to do, where I'm going to paint the bed, how many plants and types I think I want, and then I have a list ready to go. So they say, hey Jack, driveway's poured. Great, be there tomorrow, be there Wednesday, you know, whatever, to just get some plantings done. So the nice thing is we work with pretty large crews. So our crew size ranges from 5 to 10 guys depending on the day, and that is really helpful to have numerous trucks and stuff like that. So when we have little things like this, a big job that got finished and they want to do a little something extra, it's pretty easy to shoot off a couple guys or split off a small crew to get it handled. So again, appreciate y'all tuning in. I think today's going to be a good day. We're just going to kind of film going throughout all of our appointments. We got 5 or 6 different stops we're going to make today, and we'll see what we get. As we're on our way to our first appointment this morning, I just wanted to make a quick comment about getting started on a YouTube channel. A little trickier than I expected. Not that I thought it was going to be some walk in the park, but these things take forever to prepare. So I'm trying to keep the pace of the videos and the pace of the publishing of the videos as consistent as possible. My goal has been trying to do 2 a week, and it's really challenging, and I can explain why. I tried putting up a video last night, and by the time you're seeing this, that video will already be posted, but it's about a 45 minute long video. I had 2 hours and 25 minutes of filming that I cut down to 45 minutes of video, which took me a few hours, plus the filming time. I go through all that. It takes about an hour to export it in high quality off the program so that I can then get it on my computer to put it on YouTube. And as I'm doing that, it's like, you ran out of space. Well, then I accidentally deleted the wrong stuff and deleted the files to that video. So now I have to re-download them from GoPro to then re-edit them to then hopefully re-download and export to post it. So the previous video, again, as you're seeing this, probably will have taken me about 6 to 8 hours of true time just to post it. So you think about 6 to 8 hours is worst case scenario. Normally it's 2, 3, or 4. But still, you know, 2 of those a week, that's an extra 10-hour commitment a week, you know, just trying to get these videos put together. So I'm not complaining here. I'm just telling you guys, I started this because I really enjoy doing it, and I've had a lot of requests to just kind of see, you know, into what I do and how I do it and the behind the scenes of some stuff. So I've gotten a few different requests on doing some videos about 1 being the truck, which I've talked about, 2 being the kind of just the process and the equipment and the tools and stuff that I use to do the filming, and you know, how I make the videos. It's really simple, so to me it seems like that'd be a pretty fast video, but again, I'm a complete amateur at this. I have put very little above and beyond effort into this channel thus far, but I plan to at some point here pretty soon, where maybe we invest in somebody to film it for us. We might invest in somebody to just do the editing for us, make it a little bit more professional and a higher quality production value, you know, when you actually see the videos. Maybe a nice intro, outro kind of thing, like just making it not what it is right now. So, but it's been pretty rough. Last night was frustrating after putting all that time in, and then as I'm getting ready to go to bed, and it's like, oh, we can't download your crap. And I'm like, awesome. So we're going to be starting over from square one on creating that video probably later today, and we're going to film all day today, so then we'll have another one to edit, you know, maybe later this weekend or early next week. So it's a process, guys, so hang in there with me. Again, I always appreciate y'all being along for the journey, but it's going to take a little time before we get all the kinks worked out and get our process fine-tuned. So gotta get some gas. $80. $80 is a half tank. You know, a good little note for people thinking about buying a diesel truck or something like, you know, what I drive. Quick public service announcement. It's expensive as hell. Everything about it. Buying the truck, maintaining the truck, fueling the truck, fixing the truck, you name it, it's expensive. Just to kind of give you an idea, you know, $80 is a half a tank of fuel. Without towing and stuff, highway miles, you get about 600 miles to a tank. Around town miles, you get about 500, 525. If you're towing, you're gonna get like half that. And each tank's gonna run you 140, 150 bucks to fill up, depending on obviously what your gas prices are. With the way I drive, I fill it up about 1 to 2 times a week. Plus oil changes every 5,000 miles. An oil change on this truck costs 235 bucks. 13 quarts of, you know, fully synthetic oil, new filter. It's expensive. Everything about it's expensive. So I'm just telling y'all this so, you know, people that genuinely are considering getting one of these trucks, because I didn't really realize all the nuances to how expensive it is to operate and own one of these trucks. I'm not sitting here complaining about how expensive the truck is. I'm just simply trying to set expectations for people that are thinking about or considering getting a truck like this for their business. And this truck is a workhorse. It gets everything I need to get done on a day-to-day basis. It's so versatile for what I need to do. But I do have some plans on buying some different trucks and set up, ideally maybe the end of this year. We'll see how things go, but if I need to spend some money later this year for good old Uncle Sam, then I'm probably gonna do that. So we'll see what happens, but my point being is just be prepared. If you're thinking about investing in a diesel truck or something like this for your business, you know, just be cognizant of that. There's always more costs than you're expecting. There's always little things that'll sneak up on you sometimes, so just got to be careful.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, man. How are you?
I'm good. How are you this morning?
I'm doing good. I'm probably about 5 minutes away. I'm gonna get there a few minutes early, and just work on marking a couple. Just giving you a heads up.
All right. Thanks. See you in just a second.
All right, man. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
¿Qué pasa?
I am in the I am start forming for the concrete.
Okay.
Can I make a FaceTime?
Yeah, let me FaceTime you. Give me 1 second, okay? I don't know why, but you can't FaceTime when I have the Bluetooth connected. It never works right. We'll see if this it ain't gonna work right.
Question.
Yeah.
And this side, okay, 9 is here.
Yes.
It's the concrete.
Yes.
8.5 the back, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to this side. Probably I need to move a little bit on the other side. The other side, you want 8 in the face, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, guys, we are here. We just pulled up to our first appointment. We're a few minutes early. Should always be a few minutes early. This is it's a pretty decent sized project that we were brought on to help design and build this outdoor pavilion and a new deck for him. And we finally have put together design concepts, and we're here on site today to mark it out on site so he can feel pretty comfortable with the layout of everything. Got to get all my pads. I have my graph pad so we can lay out his outdoor kitchen and figure that out. And then I've got my notepad so I can take notes from the meeting. And I've got my iPad in case we need to look at any pictures or photos or visual examples of anything. So it's probably going to take about an hour here, but it should be a good meeting. He's a super nice guy. So let's get started. All right, we're pulling out of there. I was gonna try and film a little bit in the backyard to show you guys kind of the project, but I got to get going. We've got a lot of meetings today, so I just got to keep moving right now. But that went really well. Super nice guy. We prepared a design for him. We revised it. He had a couple comments, notes, so we just laid it out on the site so he can kind of get a sense of the scale and the placement and the layout of things. We took the sketch pad and did a scaled layout of kind of playing around with different ways he could do his outdoor kitchen and maximize that space. And I think we've got it pretty dialed in. So we've got to make some adjustments. We got to tweak the design, update the cost on that. Now he can go back to the pool builder about getting the updated cost on the pool renovations and go ahead and move forward. So he should probably be moving forward with this project here in the next couple of weeks. Anybody that isn't familiar with this kind of work, this is not like hiring a gutter guy. This is not calling out a gutter guy to come out to your house. Hey, you have 180 feet, 4-inch gutters, here's the color, here's the cost. Like, it's not that simple. When I'm meeting with customers, when I'm in my sales process, there's no push towards close. I just don't do that. It's not how I've operated, and I don't operate that way. And people appreciate that from my experience. The best thing is be responsive, be clear, be detailed, be thorough. Nobody ever wants to feel like you're rushed, like you're just trying to get to the next point and kind of like end the conversation. Like, just be open to dialogue, be open to talking through things. When they're saying something and you know it's stupid and it's not going to work, you don't say that. You say, well, I totally get why you'd want to do that, and maybe here's a different way that would make a little bit more sense, and here's why. You know, that's kind of the goal of our meetings. So normally when we're meeting with people on these types of projects where they're spending $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 on their yard, I mean, it takes time to plan this. It takes time to, talk through the materials, talk through the layout, talk through the scope of work, talk through the process, the permitting, the planning, the drainage impacts, the landscaping impacts. I mean, there's so many different elements to consider, and we don't operate where we rush or try and, get it to close or get to a contract. So just kind of food for thought. I told that the other day, how long does this take? I said, a few months. Like, a few months, and I said, you think I'm just going to send you a design and a scope of work that's going to be everything you ever wanted and more, and for the exact price that you had budgeted it for, and then you're going to say go? Like, that just don't happen. So it takes time. It takes a little bit of back and forth, and that's what this is all about. If you ask me, I like the back and forth. I like working through that, because you can either have the back and forth now before the project started, or you can have the back and forth during or after the project is underway. And it is much more difficult to deal with during construction, or even worse, after construction, when customers start really feeling like they should ask questions and learn about things. So get them to ask questions on the front end, get them to learn about things on the front end, be clear in your communication, be clear in the options, and you'll have happy customers. I mean, really, you will. So I'm excited about that project. It should be fun. We are on our way to our next stop. We're headed downtown Roswell to a landscape project that we need to just walk the yard real quick. They want to add a planting bed that I was telling y'all this morning, and we're just going to take a quick scope at that. So we should be there in about 10 minutes, and we'll check back in with you. Alright guys, we are headed out now. We just stopped by this house that we landscaped a couple months ago. They wanted to add, like I had mentioned, some additional planting beds to kind of screen the fencing, so that they didn't have to stare directly at that. So we just kind of mapped that out. We'll need maybe 30 shrubs, dozen bales of pine straw. That's pretty much it. We're gonna have to take up that sod and get rid of it. So this neighborhood's coming along. They've got 11 lots in here. One house is done and customers moved in. Second house is on the last leg, and customers will be moving in here probably within about a month or so. And then they're framing 2 other houses, so they're moving along. It's a lot of work, obviously, and you got to manage the flow of things, and obviously the inspections too, all the inspections, the site plans, the permitting, you know, that they put you through out here. What's interesting to me is, I don't know if it's the builder or if it's the inspector, but they literally have like torn out some section of sidewalk or driveway on like every single house and report it for the inspector. I don't know if the inspector's just being difficult or if they're just not paying attention while they're working, but it seems a little crazy to me. You know, like, how does that happen every time? Realizing now that that meeting's not very far away, so I'm gonna call this customer and see if maybe she could meet a little bit earlier. We'll see. We're good. We're gonna head over there, do our 11:30 a few minutes after 11, and I love when that happens because now you're getting ahead of schedule, and few things are better than being ahead of schedule. So that's gonna be nice. We'll go ahead and get this meeting done. I can't remember exactly what this person wants, so we'll get there and assess, and then we're gonna go down and check in on the guys. They're working down on those foundations today, and I need to see what is going on down there. It's a mud pit down there where they're trying to work. I'm honestly kind of surprised they're working today, but I just think they want to work. So yeah, let's do this appointment, and then we'll head down to our last project. Pulling up to the next meeting. Just gotta make sure we got a business card, tape measure in case we need it. Let's go knock them dead. It's pretty tight yards here. I'm not sure what they're gonna have in mind, but we're gonna find out. That was pretty funny. That was a she's probably not going to get the project, just because I'll be too expensive, but super nice lady. It's like an older lady, and she's lived in this house since 1992 when they built the house, and original owner, and like she's out there taking, you know, notes, writing on her notepad, you know, so how many inches of gravel do you put, and how many, you know. And I said, you know, I really appreciate your attention to detail here, but I'd be happy to just email all this to you, you know, exactly like how we do things. Oh no, I just like writing stuff down. And she's just a nice lady, but yeah, she's I don't think she realizes how things work. She said, I want this big 600 square foot paver patio back here. I've got all this mud. I need it to be leveled out and graded out and fix the drainage and stuff. And said, you know, I told her, I said, well, you know, we're going to kind of have to bring in some big equipment, and that's probably a dump truck and a half worth of gravel and a dump truck load of sand, and, you know, oh my gosh. And, you know, I said, we might tear up the grass. I mean, how bad, you know, like she's just... It's just some folks have no perspective on how things are going to work. Like, how do you expect me to get 25 tons of gravel, 10 tons of sand, 5 pallets of 4,000-pound pavers into your backyard and installed without using a large piece of equipment? So, but what was funny about it is I said, why don't you come to my truck and I'm going to show you a couple examples of like what these pavers and products are and look like. And so I had her pick up the smallest piece of concrete paver, and she, oh my God, that's heavy. And I said, that's the smallest one, you know. And so she quickly kind of realized, okay, yeah, this is a little bit bigger project than I thought it was going to be. So nice lady. I told her I'll just shoot her a cost estimate tonight, and she can know what it'll cost. But she's probably not going to go with me. She'll probably end up just hiring like a local landscape guy to put down like landscape pebbles or something in the back. That would be frustrating to walk on, but at least it won't be mud. So we are going to go check on the guys. All right, we just pulled up to the project here. Let's see what they got going on. I'm gonna switch my boots because it's disgusting over there. Swap them out. Ooh. Sprayed paint all in there. Now we're ready. ¿Qué pasa? Hey, I just came by the job. I didn't know if you were going to be back soon. Oh, okay.
Okay, in this corner, I'm gonna make it 45, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the walls? They take it down. I think you need to cut it the around 6 feet back.
Yeah. Yeah, for the GeoGrid.
I need access for the machine, and
Well, we could always take out maybe one section. You could go in and then run the machine or something.
Let me figure out what area I can go inside. I can reinforce them really nice, strong with ribbon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can leave it like that.
Well, let's take a look at it, because I don't know what we're gonna do over there.
Then you have an idea. You want to listen or
For under the pool deck?
3 feet tall? How many inches do they want it tall? 3 feet? 2 feet?
Well, yeah, we could also just do a poured concrete wall right in front.
Oh,
But the problem is when you do a poured wall, the footing, you know.
oh, see, they're putting it under that wall.
Right, right.
So you can push the wall in front. You can push that wall in this point and later fill it up this.
But what kind of material is that?
No, it's a paper.
I mean, you could, take it up 6 feet back, dig it out, build the wall, put the pavers back. That's what I'm thinking.
See?
I want to do it perfect and just leave it no concerns, no worries, nothing. But I don't know if they're going to spend the money,
See,
It's a lot.
And the other option is building in the wall in front, the Allen block, and this high. Fill it up, this a hole, this.
So 180 at 6 feet tall. And then another 15, 30, 45, 60, 75. Yeah, it's about 90 feet at 4.5 plus 90 times 4.5. 90 times 4. God damn it. 270 times 1.5 plus 1,500. So it's 1,900 square feet. Demo 26.5 plus the block 8, another 20. So just all the bushes, take them out, plant new. Maybe these we can take them out and plant it back.
You have a concrete wall on this point on the other side too. I need to move the pavers back.
So probably 6 times 40 of pavers, maybe 45.
Pavers, I think it's more, no?
I'm saying 6 feet back times 45 feet long. Maybe 8 feet so you can do the foundation good.
Nah.
Yeah, it's just a lot of work. All right, I'm sending it to the customer right now.
And they want to do that and from the wall, another wall. Keep it this high. That's it.
I don't want to me, I don't want to do that. Take it, make it right. There's no GeoGrid, so all you're doing is stacking blocks. There's nothing to keep it. And this is only going to keep pushing harder, harder, harder. All right, that went well. Checked in with the guys. Progress is moving at a snail's pace right now, primarily due to this weather. That entire area has puddles of 2 to 3 inches of water. Everything's completely mud. I'll be back there probably Monday. Today's Friday. I'll be back there Monday morning, probably to lay out a couple other little details. But generally speaking, we're just kind of in limbo right now because this project was just kind of, I guess I would explain it as it was poorly scoped. There's a large wood retaining wall running around the perimeter of the area that we're working that you can see that is failing and has a beer belly in the middle as it's bowing out, and it's only going to continue to get worse, and that wall is going to be very difficult to replace if we have all this beautiful finished turf paver area down below. That's all going to have to get taken up. So I've sent this over to the owners and such. It's a big change order, but I mean, it's really got to get done because it's a problem. And what we would have to do is take down the wood wall, dig everything back 6 feet. It's a 270 foot long wall. It's a total of 2,000 square feet worth of wall, and we'd have to dig it back 6 feet, take all that dirt out, take all the plants, landscaping, fencing, railing, everything that's on top of there, cut all the welds, stack it up, dig out the new wall footing, build the wall, geogrid, compact, re-backfill, and then lay back the pool decking pavers up on top, reinstall the fencing on top of the wall, redo the landscaping in the surrounding areas. I mean, it's a lot of work. You know, something like that would definitely, it's going to make my schedule starting to get pretty hairy here as we work into the new year. So between that project and a couple other big things that the guys need to get done, it's just going to be tough to get the that wall done, like, and just keep rolling forward. So we sent in the estimate, but they're like, I'm just gonna be realistic with you, this can take some time to get an answer, just because it's like a lot of people that sign off on it. I'm like, well, I'm gonna be realistic with you, this is gonna get a lot more expensive if they don't do it, so whatever y'all want to do. So, but we'll see what happens. If they add that on, you know, great, it's a little bit extra work. No, it's definitely going to make some serious challenging schedules coming up here pretty soon. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with that. So I will let you guys know. We'll stay tuned. Hopefully we hear something back from them next week as to whether they're going to move forward with that, and we can keep on keeping on. So trying to get foundations finished there next week. I'd like to have all the concrete in, have that done. We got to go pour that sidewalk for the senior home probably the following week, and start another project that week as well. So got a lot going on. I can start to feel the spring busyness coming. You know, just trying to manage schedules, manage expectations. You just got to be careful, because sometimes you'll be out there all winter telling people, oh yeah, we could start in a couple of weeks, you know, we're good, and then all of a sudden everybody wants to start in a couple of weeks and you're in a tough spot. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna make it work either way. So we've got motivated people that want to work and want to make it happen. So that's a F550 police. That's pretty sick. But yeah, we're gonna head and go get some lunch, and then we're gonna head up to our final 3 o'clock appointment today, which is a bit of a haul. It's up and coming, and we're down in Atlanta right now. Just grabbed a quick little lunch. It's right at 2 o'clock. I'm gonna make our way up there. It's been a nice day today. No rain, which has been good. It's literally rained the last like 4 days straight. So that's always a breath of fresh air when it's dry for at least just a quick second. But the weather's been great today. It's 70 degrees right now, so it's beautiful outside. I do believe that we have a couple days of some dry weather coming, but I haven't checked it in the last day or two. And if you know anything about Georgia weather, you could check it every hour and still not know what the hell's going on. So they just kind of make it up as they go. But we're gonna start heading towards this appointment. We got the time, so no point in cutting anything close, and get up there a few minutes early, get this done, and let's get on with our weekend. So let's head that way. Made it to our 3 o'clock, our final meeting of the day. Nice little neighborhood we're in here. Looks like it was built relatively recently, so let's go see what they're looking to do. We are here in this customer's backyard right now, and they have a bad deal. This customer hired a contractor to build these walls, and they did a horrendous job. There's mud and silt pouring over this wall. They hired him to put in turf, and there's literally like holes in the turf. It might be some of the worst quality workmanship I think I've ever seen. There's no gravel in the blocks, there's no geogrid. The cap blocks look terrible. These steps look horrible. It's just all wrong. And they continue to get taken advantage of by different contractors. So we're gonna show them how to do it right. And if they're serious about it, we'll make it really nice. But yeah, this is a bad deal. They paid another deposit for another contractor to come in and replace it. That's literally working in the same neighborhood, and they paid him a 50% deposit on the total of the project just to get it scheduled, and they paid that over 8 months ago. I went ahead and let them know, hey, by the way, you're never going to see that money again. So that's ridiculous. We've never taken larger than a 10% deposit on any project we've ever done, and there's really no reason why you'd need to do more. It's just insane. So anyways, let's get this measured out so we can get him a quote to do it right. You know, I feel bad for him. Like, those situations are frustrating. I mean, that can really screw some people up financially too. You know, you make a commitment like that having no clue what you're really committing to. What's crazy is these guys are working right here. So, prime example, today is Friday, a weekday, 70 degrees. There's no rain, which granted, yes, it's muddy, I get that. But still, this guy's got 2 projects going on in the same street, and it's a freaking ghost town. Nobody. Not a soul in sight. Man, it's crazy how some of these guys operate. It's just insane to me. Just get the job done. Like, anyways, we had a good meeting. Nice family. Hopefully we can turn things around for them. Show them what a really good experience can be like with contractors. And that's about it. We are headed back towards home now. We're going to try and get a little quick exercise in before we call it a day for sure. But today was a good day. We got a lot done. Met some nice folks. And we got some quotes and revisions to get out for projects. We're going to have a busy week next week. I can already feel that coming. So if you're out there, please wish for no rain. That's all I ask for. Please wish me for some no rain for a little while, so we can make some progress on stuff, get some dry weather, and just start knocking shit out. So as always, guys, appreciate you guys tuning in. Have a wonderful Friday, and thanks for watching our video.